Hello and welcome to the transcription explanation of this design. So first things first, it kind of expands out past the borders of the page, and that is so that way you can kind of drag the page around, and if you wanted to put like some English text there, you could do that, or even scale it up a little bit. So yeah, have more like blank space. I don't know. Anyway, I have it set up like this on the SVG. You can also edit individual bits if you want. But be careful with that because if you edit the individual bits and you end up removing something. Oh, excuse me. I have the hiccups now, apparently. If you end up removing something important for the translation, it will no longer translate. So mostly just mess with the scale in the background. Anyway, let's go ahead and get back to where it was. I think it was here. That looks good. Anyway, so let's go ahead and read this design. So this script is read from the bottom and you go counterclockwise, like a time traveler going back in time, and that's noted right here. And there's also a start here or rotation marker in this design, which is right here. So this is another starting point where you can tell for sure that you start right here. So let's go ahead and start right here. So this is our first sentence circle. So we have 3 words in this sentence circle, and then our next sentence circle is around here, and they don't have to be complete sentences within sentence circles. It's just, so you can tell the word order. So we have bottom counterclockwise in this sentence, and then bottom counterclockwise for the letters in this word. So here we have the bottom of our first word, and this here is actually our first kind of letter, and that's an apostrophe. So this first word is till, and even though your request didn't have the apostrophe there, I felt like these little lines kind of added to the design. Put a little bit of something in this blank space here. So I put in the apostrophe before the till. Anyway, here we have our first actual letter. This letter is a shallow divot, like a bite taken out of a cookie. And there are no dots by this letter. These 3 dots go with these letters. And no lines on that letter. So that makes it a T, a consonant with no consonant modifiers. And then we have a little circle. And these little circles are all vowels, and vowels are shown here, and they have different positions depending on what vowel they are and if they're attached on one of those 4 stems. And this is by itself, so it's like this at the bottom, and it has a line going inwards towards the middle of the word circle. So even though this green line is pointed up, depending on where in the word it is, that line might point down because it's relative towards the inside, whereas the purple line of the U goes outside, away from the middle. So this is an I. And here we have a double letter. It's a double letter because it's a double line, and the lines are the same thickness, so that means it's the same letter twice. So we have 1, 2, 3 dots, making it a double L. So we have a apostrophe T-I-double-L, and our first word is till. Continuing around, here is our next word, the bottom of it's here. And our first letter is this one. This is another T, just like this T. And then this is a deep divot. So unlike the shallow divot, a deep divot is more than 50% of a circle. It's like a horseshoe or an omega. And this has 2 lines ending on it. So that makes it an H. And then we have an E inside the H, like that, where that red one is. And an E is in the same position as the I and the U. It just has no line modifiers. And then we have our last word in the sentence circle, and the bottom of it is right here. And this is an E, just like that E, except it's on the line of the word circle and not enclosed inside a consonant. And then we have this letter, and it has 1 line on it, and is a completed circle inside the word circle, making it an N. And then we have 1, 2, 3 dots, so we're in this column, and a deep divot, so we're in this row. So that column plus that row equals a D. So E-N-D. So here we have the apostrophe T-I-double-L, T-H-E, E-N-D, so till the end. And then we have this here, which is kind of like I didn't put any breaks between the sentence circle, but here's our first word. It's at the bottom. And we have an O, a little guy inside the word circle. And then we have this deep divot. And even though this is a curvy line, because it ends here and ends here, it counts twice. So even though we can see that this is like the one same line. Lines can count on multiple letters, and even the same letter twice if it curves or loops, it forms other shapes. But yeah, lines count where they end on a letter stem. So 1, 2, 3 lines makes that an F. So OF, so of. And then we have this last word here. This is a shallow divot, like a bite taken out of a cookie. So that would be a T, just like this T. And yes, this line passes through it, but because it doesn't end on it, it does not count. So we just have a regular T, and then we have an I line going inwards, and then we continue around to our last set of letters. 1, 2, 3 lines attached to this M, like that. And then right in the middle of it, we have our vowel, which is an E. So T-I-M-E. So we have till the end of time as this design. So yeah, I hope you like it. I like it a lot too. Bye.